Hey guys, it's the Big Texan here again. Just want to go over a few more things that I picked up. Been talking about Walmart and how they're doing a toy reset, and they're throwing a whole bunch of stuff on clearance. On the Squared Ring podcast, the podcast that I helped run, I kind of talked about biker mice from Mars. It's a cartoon show that I really didn't watch growing up. I think it must have hit right after I was done watching cartoons, before school and stuff like that. But I was always intrigued when I got back into collecting action figures and stuff. I was always intrigued by them because I would see them every now and then. But then they got reissued, I think a year or two ago. And I just happened to stop by my local Wally World and seen that they had this one on their clearance shelves. Now, this one I got for $8. This is Vinny. This was the only one they had on their clearance shelf. So I did pick him up. And like I've said before, I have like 5 Walmarts that's in pretty close distance to my house. So I went to another Walmart, and they had all the bikes, all the I would say Harleys, but it's the motorcycles that they would ride. So since I only found Vinny, and this was the clearance stuff, I only picked up Vinny's motorcycle because I figure, since it's a clearance, I probably wasn't going to find the other biker mice. So why pick up the other bikes? At least I have something to show an example of that toy figure line. Well, today I went back to the one that's closest to me, and I guess they had stock in the back because they had all the biker mice, the other 2 biker mice that I was missing, in their bikes. So I ended up picking up the other 2 biker mice. So we have this one here, which is Throttle. And then I picked up Throttle's bike. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm actually going to open these up. Like I said, I wasn't really, I ain't going to lie, I never watched a cartoon as a kid. But I thought, just to have an example, I would, pick them up, the first one, Vinny. But then I thought, well, if I can have them all, why not just pick them all up? So that same Walmart also had, I guess his name is Mondu. They had him on clearance. So I picked up his bike as well. So I have all 3 biker mice, all 3 of their motorcycles. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them. It's kind of cool to have them all, and since they're clearance, it's not even sure if I tell you, run to your local Walmart, you might not be able to pick them all up. At least this way I have them all. And if I do decide to sell them, I can sell them all as one lot, one group, But besides the biker mice from Mars that is on their clearance shelves, there's 2 other cartoons that had action figures that they're actually clearancing out as well. One I actually did watch, and I had a couple of the older figures, and then another one that I didn't watch at all. And the one I didn't watch, I wanted to pick up something from them. So, Sectaurs. This is, I'm going to probably butcher it, Dargon. It looks like there was only 2 in this line, Dargon and Stellara, maybe. I am bad. Yeah, anyone knows I do have a speech impairment, and I've been hit with so many chairs to the head that I blame headshots for the other part. But, so I did pick him up. Now, they did have Stellara there, and I didn't realize there was only 2. So maybe I'll just go ahead and pick her up too. That way I have that, little run. But I was so kind of, I do watch a lot of YouTube videos where they have, like, I want to say it's their ships because it's actually insects. So it's like big insects that were hand puppets that you put your hand in and actually pretend that you're flying them around. Now, supposedly, those are on clearance too. I did not see any of those at any of the Walmarts that I went to, but I will keep my eye out because I've seen the original ones, and the newer ones are just like those, and they're very cool looking. So I wouldn't mind giving me at least one just so I can display him and one of the insects that he can ride on, on the figures in my collection. The other one that I did watch as a kid, and I actually had the main character, and I heard there's a movie coming out, which is kind of surprising of why they want to clearance this stuff out. Unless maybe they're going to run with a whole new line and change up the characters, kind of like how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did. They had the cartoon, they had the figures based off the cartoon, but once the movie came out, then they had figures based off the movie. Didn't look like the cartoon at all. So maybe that's why they're doing it. But I picked up this Toxic Crusader, and it's Dr. Killamoff. Now, this package just looks awesome. I love the colors. On the back, it's kind of like a comic book, it's written just up like a comic book, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to take the time and actually read this while I'm off camera, of course. But I do remember having a Toxie when I was growing up, and I do remember the cartoon. But that packaging just looks so cool. I'm going to keep this one in the package and just display them on the wall. Eventually, I'm going to have to move my collection either downstairs in the basement where I can have the whole basement, or one of the rooms upstairs that's vacant, because the collection is growing, and I already have a bunch of action figures, and some of it when I was a kid I have in the basement that I have not broken out on this channel. One of them I would love to show you guys because it's the actual it's the ice hockey table that the figures are all wrestlers. I've had that for the longest time. I remember my stepfather buying that for me and bringing it home, and I just fell in love with it because it's all the 80s wrestlers, Sergeant Slaughter, Rick Martel, and stuff like that. And it's just downstairs collecting dust. So I would like to break that out and at least show you guys too how that looks. But very big haul, sorry, I can't talk. Got one of these guys, got all the biker mice from Mars, and that Sectaur. So it wasn't a bad day in toy hunting. Originally when I first seen the biker mice, I had to go to one Walmart for one item, the other Walmart to pick up his motorcycle. It's just that this particular Walmart this time had everything. So of course your miles might vary. You might get lucky like I did, or you might have to go to different Walmarts just to try to piece a collection together. But I'm still on the hunt for the WWE Superstars Great Muta with the black pants. And I've seen some YouTubers are getting lucky now because Walmart, like I said, they're restructuring their toy department, and they have a very cool display of a lot of action figures. And so the figures are coming in more. They haven't come in my Walmart, but I still check it once a week just to make sure, because I would love to get my hands on that Great Muta. But if you like this type of videos, give me a like, give me a follow. I try to do, here lately, I've been trying to do about 3 or 4 videos a week. And some of this stuff I get from eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes just, going to Ollie's and other Walmarts and hitting up their clearance items. Because all this stuff was clearanced. if they weren't clearanced, I probably would have bought them because they're kind of expensive. These aren't found in the regular toy aisle. But again, if you like this kind of thing, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and share this stuff for me, man. Just help me out, and I love doing this. So thank you. Have a good night.